Alderman Owens.
Thank you, Mayor. I understand a lot of the concerns that folks have and about multifamily in general. I've heard from some residents. Typically, we hear from residents just about when any development comes along, but there's never, what my point is, there's never been a development in Germantown that has not been without some form of controversy, whether that be Saddle Creek, whether that be Methodist Germantown Hospital, whether that be the village shops. The term that we sometimes use, and I don't mean this derogatory in any fashion, is NIMBY. It's not in my backyard. I don't want apartments in my backyard. But what I'm trying to say is that over the past 20 years, and I think I'm writing this, and I'll look to Mr. Ross, is we have in Germantown approved final approval, given final approval, that is, for 2 apartment projects. And I just don't believe that is overly burdensome on our community. I know some of you will disagree with me, and that's okay, but in all matters of development within our city, we strive to be systematic. We're process-driven, and we follow a plan. And whether that's our comprehensive 2030 plan, whether that is our land use plan, or in this case, whether this is our small area plan, the Forest Hill Heights small area plan. And we went through the small area plan process, what has it been, 12, 18 months ago, where we discussed at length the location in Forest Hill Heights where multifamily was proposed. And it was exactly as Mr. Ross displayed. There has been multifamily planned here. It just so happens that this is the first project that we're getting within the Forest Hill Heights out of the gate. And I'm not extremely happy about that, but I do believe that density is not a bad thing and that having some multifamily in here is necessary to create a vibrant, walkable community that we want, that is going to have neighborhood services where people can get their community coffee or their dry cleaning and live in close proximity to that and walk to that. As I said, in the 40 years that I've lived here and the 10 years I worked here, I've never seen a development that was without controversy. And I think that Germantown is where we are today based on leaders who have had the strength to follow a plan against controversy. This is not easy for me to go against maybe the wishes of a few, but I'm following a plan that we gain public consent on, and I know as a land use planner by trade that if we follow a plan, we get desired outcomes. And that's what I believe we're going to do. I think we're going to create this vibrant, this walkable, this safe community in this area that we'll be proud of and that the residents will be proud of. I guess that's, I'll close with that.
Thank you, Alderman. Any